Mark Gallner, Executive Director, Temple Israel. Hope this finds you and your family well and making it through this relatively warm weather that we have in Memphis. I'm standing in the Danziger chapel. We've been in this space now worshiping for the last several weeks, but as I mentioned in a previous video, one of the things that we really want to do is get into a space, see how it works, see how it feels, make some changes should there be any needed. And so that's what's happening in here now. Videos previously I spoke about the walls to the left and to the right and how they weren't quite done yet. Wanted to see the colors on it, wanted to see the paint on it, and then I'll come back and do a hard level 5 finish, which means it'll be perfectly flat. So as Jason turns here, you can see we're starting to cut the holes or the slots. Don't worry about it, we got my construction team here. Shout out to all of them, Lincoln's Construction, always doing a great job. So behind me you can see that they've put lines both north and south in this wall. We're actually going to put some lighting strips in that space to highlight the walls, and then the walls will also get a different type of paint. One of the things I have learned about our people is when they get next to a wall, they love to lean on it, they love to touch it, and the regular paint that we have on here now isn't going to hold up well to that type of use. So we're putting a different type of paint on there that'll do a much better job being able to be touched and felt with intention or without intention to make sure that this space looks as beautiful as we want it to for as long as we want it to. Another thing that we noticed being in here is if you're here on a Friday evening sitting on the left side of the chapel, there's a lovely sun that comes in later in the evening and was described by some members as, and I quote, blinding. So we're putting some shades up on both of these full-length windows in the chapel. 2 different shades, 1 mechanism. One will be a total blackout shade. Should you want to use this space for any type of video or other use during the daytime, important to be able to see the screen in front of you. The second one is a transparent screen which will block some of the sun but still let natural light in. So both of those will be installed over the next several weeks as well. That's really all that's going to go on here in the chapel in the next several weeks, but the changes will certainly be noticeable. A couple of little touch-up things in here, noticeable maybe to me and no one else, but again, appreciative to Lincoln's for taking care of that. We're going to take a look at a couple other things in this construction corner, a lot of stuff going on. Most importantly, outside of the work that continues in the Greenstein sanctuary, is the Jerusalem stone has arrived from Jerusalem, and we're really excited about it. It is beautiful stone. On Friday this week, recording on a Tuesday, Friday this week, they actually start to put that Jerusalem stone up in the foyer. So we'll see where they've prepped the space, and then either next construction corner video or the one after that, we'll actually get to see some of that Jerusalem stone on the wall. So we'll take a little break here, we'll walk out to the foyer, we'll talk about the Jerusalem stone, we'll go into the Greenstein sanctuary, talk about what's going on there. The last piece that's going on, which I don't know if we'll necessarily see today, we are doing some more modifications in the bathroom. The tile that's being put on the floor, the final tile, hadn't come in yet, so we used some LVT just to ensure that the bathrooms would be open for all of our life cycle events, so we're making those changes as well. Relatively quiet time in terms of life cycle events here at Temple Israel, so a great time to make these changes. We'll see you at our next spot soon. Here we are in the foyer. Haven't been in this space for a while in terms of construction corner. Lincoln has been using it for a landing zone for their materials, which you can see to my left. But you can see that they've taken the first line of carpet off this space so that we can start to adhere the Jerusalem stone directly on this wall. Jerusalem stone on this wall will actually be furred out about 1/4 inch, so we're not taking down any brick, but instead adhering the Jerusalem stone to the brick. In terms of how far up that stone will go, Jason, I'm sure, will do a great job. The direction of the brick actually changes from east-west to north-south, about 3/4, 1/4, halfway up the wall. If Jason can zoom in, he can actually see some holes that they drilled into that north-south brick. About that point is where the Jerusalem stone is going to stop. There will be a wood header between the Jerusalem stone and the next material, which will be at the very top of the wall, which is a really stunning metal piece that has a decorative design in it. which will also be furred out from the wall. And behind that metal will be backlighting. So this whole space will be lit differently. Of course, we'll still have the overhead lights coming down. It'll feel a lot lighter, and like all of the spaces that we're re-envisioning, I think it's actually going to feel a lot bigger. When you brighten up a space instead of these heavy brick and heavy red, you will feel like the space is bigger. So again, Jerusalem Stone starts getting put up on Friday. Really excited to show that to you in the next Construction Corner video. Let's take one more step today into the Greenstein Sanctuary, show you all the improvements that are being made there, and then we'll call it for the week. I think the last Construction Corner video, we actually had all of the doors to my left and to the right that were being sanded. All those doors have now been completed. Jason can show you. Still to my left and to my right, they've all been sanded down, ready to be restained. We're also keeping all of the old hardware that is on the doors. All of that will be refurbished as well. One of the priorities of this project is not only to renew the space, but also keep enough things here so that when our members return into these spaces, they still have that same feeling that they've always had here. The real primary piece, obviously, as we walk in, is going to be the Ark and the beautiful mosaic behind the Ark. So lots of work here over the last several weeks. We'll walk briefly.
One side paint, the other side gets wall.
So big changes really in here have to do with the AV booth, which is almost complete actually, even though it doesn't look like it. They're getting ready to adhere the new acoustic paneling in the back lower section of the sanctuary, and they've completed cutting out the door for the ADA access to my left. The other things that they've done here in terms of ADA is to the left and to the right, we've actually poured some new pads for ADA seating. Those pads will be able to hold 2 wheelchairs as well as 2 companion seats. So we're really excited that we're going to actually have proper places for wheelchairs to be that aren't on the sloped floor that you can see behind me. As we walk towards the front, you can see the large scissors lift. This is really the last piece that they're working on in terms of ceiling work in here. The front of the sanctuary will have a new ceiling. We had a little bit of water damage there from previous roof work. Reminder, all of the roofs are being taken care of as part of this project, so ideally we won't have that leaking problem again. There will also be some pendant lights that will be dropped from the very front. These pendant lights will be no lower than the eternal lights, so as not to interfere with that, but it'll add a really beautiful glow to the front of the sanctuary. But this is a really tricky part of the ceiling in so much as we wanted to match the rest of the ceiling. So you can see they've put new baseboard and new baffling up there, and over the next several weeks they'll be using different stains to ensure that the match is as close, if not equal, to what we have currently. Over the next several weeks in here, we'll really be focusing on the infrastructure, getting the carpet laid, etc., before the new seats come in about a month. And we'll really be excited for that. As I've mentioned before, we want to ensure that that mosaic stays exactly as is, and in my opinion will be highlighted even more because we'll be putting some floodlights actually at the bottom part of the base to the left and the right that'll highlight the the mosaic all the way to the top. So lots of changes here over the last several weeks. Really moving quickly now as we're gearing up in all of our spaces, and believe it or not, the high holidays are getting closer and closer. While the construction's going on, activity doesn't stop here at Temple. If you can join us this Thursday for Iggy at the Shell, please do that. More importantly, or equally as important, please come join us for Rabbi Leah's first service here, which is Friday the 4th of July. Previous 2 services will be having a barbecue outside under the glass. We're calling the event Red, White, and Jew. Really excited for that. You can sign up for that online. Again, 4:30 barbecue followed by a 6 o'clock service. Come meet and welcome Rabbi Leah and her family as we're really excited for her to join our community. As always, want to thank everyone who makes this project possible, not only Linkus, our construction team here, our architecture firm, but most importantly, the donors who have given to Vision 2026. We've done an outstanding job raising funds for this incredible, meaningful project. And if you or your family wants more information or would like to join the campaign effort, please reach out to me or any of our outstanding co-chairs, Helen Scheit or Lori Meskin. Wishing you and your family well, and again, stay cool out there. Thanks very much.